You know what it is, guerrilla podcasting live from Texas is someone else that's not me, it's Bonjen.
We're doing our best here. We're in the heat of war, just boots on the ground, potting it up. And I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Real fun episode, probably the episode you need to get on with your life.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Enjoy it.
How come you don't want me, man? You know that new style you're looking for? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? Hello. What's all this thing?
Can't beat the fucking Clippers. Y'all make me sick with this shit.
Well, listen to this.
Politicians are a lot like that. They should be changed frequently for the same reason.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
We find it now.
Protect your sanity.
There you go again, head low, putting on a show again. It's the holidays, how come it always ends this way? You can't take that pressure off you just to put it on. You're talking to your friends on the phone, airing on dirty laundry. Strawberry, raspberry, candlelight, satellite, television, X-ray vision. What's it gonna take for you to listen when you can change your mind now, but you can't change your decision. You can change your mind now, but you can't change your decision, 'cause I don't really want to talk about it.
The Joe Rogan Band, everybody.
Actually,
I think I should have a band, dude.
there should be a band named the Joe Rogan Band that doesn't involve Joe Rogan at all.
It's just country.
Yeah.
It's called the Joe Rogan Experience.
The Joe Rogan musical experience phenomenon.
It's like that one band that has lights in it, in the name. Where you at, dude? You at a hotel? You in a motel, dude? Holiday Inn?
Speaking of Joe Rogan, I'm in Texas. Just finished up an episode with Joe.
Yeah.
Just went over to his mansion, so now I'm just
short,
chilling.
dude. Short guy.
Yeah, he's like 4 or 5
years old. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, but now I'm in Texas. I'm just gorilla potting today with the phone and the earpod buds.
Gorilla with a U.
Yes, of course. Just out in the field potting.
Not an O, dude. That would mean you're a primate of sorts.
Definitely never skip a week
Of being a primate?
of being a potter,
Uh,
a primate pod.
Welcome to my podcast, Harry Potter. It's a podcast where we talk about Harry Potter, but the end is Potter.
I wonder if you can train monkeys to like have a podcast, like have a discussion in a microphone.
You have to train them to talk
Yeah, like how do they communicate with each other? Do they
English.
English, right? No, it's
Come on, dude.
in Spanish.
This is America now.
Damn.
Frickin-
Last night, don't clip this part because I don't want my mom to see it. Last night.
I'm not in control, dude. If it's good, it's good, you know?
Okay. Well, person editing this, if I see it on the Instagram, I'm gonna take it down. No, last
Can
night
you
I was
like bleep
walking.
it? Can we bleep it? They'll know it's you. What if we blur
No,
your
that-
face and lower your voice?
Oh, I know it's me, but everyone knows it's me. But last night I was just walking. I was out with my sisters. We were out in the town just getting liquored up. And I barely remember this. We're like crossing the street and this guy gets out of the car that's like driving and he just punches me in the face.
Oh,
And
man.
apparently I fall to the ground
Yeah.
but I don't really remember. But my sisters were like, yo, that guy was like on something. He was tweaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm fine. It doesn't hurt or anything. I'm like, dude, do I have AIDS? Like, because my mouth was bleeding.
Dang. Texas. What kind of car was it?
I don't really remember.
I mean, what breakdown did you get secondhand?
They just said that he stopped the car, got out, punched me. I fell down. I tried to get up and fight, but they held me back and he drove away.
Nice, dude. At least, like,
Yeah.
you had the story of getting back at him.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a small cut in my mouth. It's not very deep, but I'm just like, dude,
Was it the Dodge Challenger? Was it OJ Simpson?
I don't know.
Was it like Tesla? What do you think the worst thing anyone's done hopping out of a Tesla? Probably like one murder statistically.
Probably going to the
At
gas
least.
station and being like, wait, I don't need to be here.
Oops. And
You
then
think Tesla
the
drivers
theme
just
music.
drive past these high gas prices and laugh?
I mean, it depends on their electricity costs.
You think they're just like, couldn't be me?
What if they have high electricity? I've been watching just yesterday. It was recommended on my YouTube a few times, and the title was "Recovering Heroin Addict." The channel is Soft White Underbelly. Have you ever heard of this YouTube channel?
No. Wait, maybe.
It's all the thumbnails are black and white, and it's a guy that interviews mostly drug people on like Skid Row or like San Francisco streets. It's quite compelling content. It's like sometimes like 30 minutes.
Oh, I think I have seen that.
It's the first time I clicked it, and it's really quite the compelling watch. Very nicely shot. It looks like someone on an old 80s background. It's cool.
So does he just like interview these homeless people and then collect $50,000 from the video? And not
I
give it
think
to the person?
he does pay them as some incentive to get them in. I think he gives them like, I don't know, some money. And I watched a functional heroin addict. I watched an inbred family in like the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia, and another dude who was a crack addict who also like worked, but it was like 5 follow-ups with him, and you just like watch his life spiral. It's pretty interesting.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wonder if they interviewed the guy that punched me.
that was him. He was the
Wonder what he was
recovering
doing.
crack addict.
I kind of remember him not having a shirt on,
Mm.
but I didn't get shot, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. Usually,
stabbed.
if you're shot or stabbed, that's a rung below getting punched.
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
Is that your
Should I
first
test
ever
it?
punch to the face? Probably not. I mean,
Nah.
why not? You had multiple punches to the face.
Yeah, it was just one punch. I wish like it could have been on film so I could like take a look at my
Reaction.
technique, watch some film
Sure,
so that
sure,
next
sure.
time. But yeah, San Antonio, Texas, baby.
You know, watch the Spurs,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tim Duncan, and all that.
Nah,
I respect this. San Antonio, Texas. Did you
it
fly in
looks
there?
like did I fly there? Yeah.
Sick.
I would
Southwest.
never make that 15-hour drive.
South by Southwest. Big Southwest man here.
Delta all the way.
I don't know about that.
Um,
You get a coffee on the plane, a little ginger ale.
no, I got a drink on a plane because I'm a nervous flyer.
Yeah.
It'll be like 6 a.m. and I'll be like, yo, can I get a whiskey? And they'll be like, oh my God, you motherfucker. Sure. I was like, yeah.
Do you sit at the are you a airport bar drinker?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, I have a credit card which like gets me into the lounge. So the drinks are free. So I gotta like
That's
toss
kinda-
like 2 or 3
it's a
back.
little different. It's tiny. It's still a little.
Yeah. It's
A
like
little
and then people look at you because it's in the morning. But I'm like, dude, like I could be from the other side of the world. It could be 10 o'clock at night for me,
just making excuses at the bar.
Yeah,
I could be
but I
jet
don't care.
lagged, dude. I could be jet lagging. You guys don't know. You don't know me. Stop looking at me.
What I do is I get like a whiskey or a beer, and then as soon as the turbulence starts, or the pilot's like, "Yo, put on that seatbelt, it's about to get bumpy," I just start
Jesus.
just throwing them back. Have to, because I don't want to take Xanax or anything.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Delta.
so I just do that. Tried CBD. That just makes me sleepy though.
CBD?
Yeah.
It's just physical.
Hmm?
That's only your body.
Yeah, but it's supposed to like
Relax
calm your
you.
nerves or something.
Yeah.
But like I just fall asleep. But then when I'm falling asleep, I'm just like, oh wait, I'm too scared to fall asleep.
no, wake up. I'm scared. Remember? Come on,
Yeah,
central nervous
so-
system.
Just like literally. And then when I land, I'm just drunk and I just feel like shit.
Yeah, that's the life of alcohol.
Yeah, but like whatever. It's the only way to get through it.
You're gonna end up on the Soft White Underbelly channel with all that airport drinking.
Yeah, airport
There's a-
drinking is like something special.
Oh, it's pathetic. I didn't want to say it out loud because I don't want to.
You think it's pathetic? Why is it pathetic?
A little bit. It's just a special breed of cats. Usually, I mean, like I'll categorize you a little
You're
differently.
about to sit in a tube next to strangers for hours. That's just like
but that's not even why most people do it. I mean, maybe there's anxiety underlying, but it's just like cats that are like usually just alcoholic and then bored at an airport. So like, oh, you don't want to get a drink, pal. Let's get a drink, pal.
What if you're not an alcoholic or scared, but you've been traveling for like 15 hours and you're just like, okay, I'll just take a drink, take the edge off.
It's a little less weird. But like,
what if it's a 2-hour flight and you're just like, fuck it, dude. What if it's a 2-hour flight and you got to wait for 4 hours before you board the plane? What are you going to do? Like,
are we talking
you could take
night times here?
Chop it up with the person next to you.
This being said, I have drinking at an airport for like one time because I was watching a soccer game. And I was watching the soccer game, and this kind of goes to the pathetic storyline a tiny bit. Not super, but I was watching a soccer game from LAFC. Shout out LAFC, and I was watching it, and I like missed my flight. I was just like watching it, and I was like, I'm gonna continue watching until the game's over.
Were you drinking?
I was.
That's pathetic. If you miss your flight because you're drinking, then that's pathetic to me.
Hey man, I got on another flight. I finished the game. It was a lot. It was like delayed for a minute, and I was sitting at the bar for a very prolonged period of time, not drinking because I didn't really want to drink. And then the lady was like, "Hey, dude, it's a full freaking bar now. You got to buy something or get up." I was pretty young at this time, still. I was like a couple years after 21. And got a beer, watched the game, missed a flight. And that's just the life of an airport drinker.
I love airport drink. It's expensive though, but like, and from the lounge, it's free. So
Delta Lounge.
Yeah, it's a Delta American Express lounge. Free food, free beverages.
That's cool.
It's pretty nice. You don't have to sit with the plebeians downstairs.
A tiny bit different.
You know, it's just like you're just sitting amongst people with good credit. It makes you feel good. It's like you look to your left and you look to your right. You're like, these people pay their bills on time.
It is a little bit of assurance. Be like, hey, you guys have somewhat of a steady income to pay electricity? How about these gas prices? Hey, Jim.
This guy, like, it kind of feels like Equinox. This guy explained Equinox, how it's like $250, $300 a month, but it's just a gym. Like, there's nothing special about it, but you're paying to be amongst the rich people. And like, when you're amongst rich people, you can like make connections and stuff.
Is there absolutely nothing special about it?
There's
inside.
There's a spa, but lots of gyms have spas.
Like 200 isn't horrible
compared to LA Fitness. It's like 30.
Yeah, but I mean, compared just to like bills in general.
If you're like raking it in, like
even just like a little bit of expendable income.
You don't have to listen, and everybody there like is like there to like.
Are you sure? Like, are you sure it's not watered down?
What?
I ain't never been in an Equinox. Is it watered down at this point? Is it really upper echelon?
It doesn't even look like that much nicer.
That's what I'm saying.
This looks like a really clean gym. But you know, you're not like around
in San Francisco. It's it was out of like an old bank. They have an old like marble. I think I might be making this up, but there might be a giant old timey vault like near the front of the door. But either way, it's a big marble-esque, statuesque building, and it's an Equinox.
There's this club, I guess it's a club, I don't know what it is, downtown and in Hollywood. It's called New Way House. It's $3,000 a year. And that's where all the Hollywood people go to schmooze. And my friend is a member, and sometimes he invites me. And like literally, like I've told you this before, you just go around and you just meet people. And just from like doing that, he's already developing 2 Netflix shows. It's a club? It's like it's not like a club like you would think. It's like a social club, I guess. It's kind of like it's like WeWork, but like nicer. And then occasionally they have like events and like screenings and shit. A golf lounge club, like what I would imagine in a golf club. But not like golf, for like Hollywood people. Sure. So like people in the industry, a lot of crypto people in there too. And I'm just like, dude, like, what makes you a crypto person? You got rich on crypto 10 years ago, or you're like actively developing a crypto product? Or are you just an investor? Like, what is this?
What is the general answer?
Like, what do you do, bro? You bought sheep one time?
Do you have a general answer? What
Do
do
I have a
people
general?
to that? Have you like asked people that?
Yeah, but it's always vague stuff. I suppose like, yeah, I'm part of this NFT project, but all NFT products are trash in my opinion. So I'm really trying to find out what they actually do. Like, why are you actually here? What makes you rich enough to come in here?
It's like it's the new age version of saying I'm an actor, but you're really a busser.
You see those videos of that guy? He's like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?"
Yeah.
Like a couple of people have been like, "Oh, I just do crypto."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "What does that mean? What do you mean you do crypto?" Like,
that's like saying I work in the internet.
Yeah, like
maybe VC, maybe.
So you're a gambler.
Good gambler, or made a product in a time slot where everyone was funding everything for a lot of just nothing at all. What's the price point on that on Social Globe over there?
Social Globe. Oh, it's $3,000 a year.
Like I say, not horrible.
How much is that a month? That's 3,000 divided by 12.
No, you don't want to divide. You don't want to divide, dude. Come on.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say $250 a month. I'm on my phone, so I can't do it.
250.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. Like 300 a month. What's 300 a month? That's the one you might want to do.
If you get value out of it, then I suppose it's worth it.
Yeah.
But like, on the when you look at it from the outside, it just looks like my friend is like going to party and drink, but he's like, nah, dude, like I'm out here working. Like my social life is my professional life.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That is quite the theme.
Happy birthday, Chris. I missed his birthday yesterday.
God dang it, dude.
I texted him, he didn't respond. I think he's mad. Asshole.
Text him right now, dude. You can send a screenshot. What does this look like on your phone?
What does this look like?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Christopher.
Good screenshot. Happy birthday. What is he, 33?
He's 17. Nah, I don't know. I think he's like 24.
He's actually a 13. Oh, I thought you said 34. I was like, well, 24 is pretty young.
He's very young. I'm just like, dog, you could fuck up for 10 years and still be young, but he's just doing it.
That is, I mean, you can always
doing it right.
24, dude. It's funny.
Might be 25. What? No, he has to be 24 because I'm 26.
24 is real young. I did just kind of realize in my head I'm only 25, but 24 sounds young.
Dude, anything in your 20s is young. Here's the thing about Hollywood, bro. Like, if you're younger than 45, no one really takes you seriously, unless you're an actor.
Get some tenure in you.
If you say I'm a director and you look like a child, they'll laugh at you.
You gotta have a big beard.
Yeah, but if you're a rapper, you gotta be like younger than 22.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Embedded into the system.
You're a 45-year-old man rapping about going to the club. Kanye.
I like Kanye stuff.
Did you hear his new album? Apparently it's not good.
Donda 2?
Yeah, I do like how he released it on his own accord, though.
See, I bought one of the stem players when he first announced it, and I didn't open it. Yeah, because the tech is really cool. Like, it isolates any part of a song. That's pretty amazing, like, from a producer standpoint.
From any song, or just...
You have to upload a song to, like, a platform on a website, but any song. That's pretty freaking amazing.
Do you use it?
I didn't open it because I knew after a week I would get bored with it.
So it's just unboxed?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely keep that locked up. So when he stops selling them.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently he made like $2 million from that already. And to make that from just an album.
Yeah, easy peasy.
You would have to sell a lot. Easy
peasy plus products. Like that's an NFT, dude.
A bunch of people on Twitter saying that he's like I hate the word scam, dude, because like he's scamming his fans. Like, bro, like, no, he's not.
It's
Like,
quite
you're-
literally telling what he's doing.
He's literally telling you what he's going to give
Giving
you for
an
the money.
exclusive album that probably was throwaways, but an exclusive Kanye, especially like a cultish following of Kanye stuff with a
Yeah,
really freaking cool piece of technology.
yeah. I would love to like try it and hold it, see what's up with it.
I mean, you press a button and it isolates a stem.
Sounds like how does it feel in your pocket though? Am I gonna be like, oh, I can't take this? This feels like shit because I don't want to hold it in my pocket.
Probably maybe a little smaller than a Google Mini.
Ooh, Google Mini's pretty big.
A little smaller than that. I'm not sure the sound quality, but it might be bad.
And you can connect it to Bluetooth, right?
I think so. You can
Okay,
freaking
cool.
isolate a stem, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. To most people though, they don't even know what stems are. So they're
No,
just like, what the
but that's
hell
why,
is this?
because not a lot of people were buying it when it first came out, and it was
When did
really
it come
kind of
out?
a handful of months ago, maybe close to a year. And
Oh, okay.
the people who I saw gravitate towards it were like music heads, like nerds, because it's cool. Like you can upload a song and isolate vocals away from everything else. They tried it with like a Michael Jackson song. It was really cool. You could put up your own music in there and it does it somehow. I think some stuff isn't like 100% awesome. I think it like bleeds through maybe, but freaking cool piece of music tech. And then, his first rollout probably live tested it with people, see the response as he did with albums and live shows, see if people hated a certain part of it. Probably mainly ignored any critique and then made a freaking album on it. Pretty dope. Him and
Donna
Snoop Dogg.
does.
Donna Dose. Should have called it that. That's the third album.
Kanye.
Didn't
You see his music video where he's decapitating Skeet
Skeet?
Davidson?
Oh god, that was lame of you to say.
Dude, Kanye changed his name to Skeet, bro.
No, he had a music video where he's decapitating a caricature of Pete Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, and everybody's
Cool.
like,
That's a little.
come on, Kanye, that's a little much.
That's a little lower in the respect point there, but I guess it makes headlines. But
It's a little low on the respect point, but here's the thing. I'm not saying it's right, but I do have respect for people that don't give a shit and they're just like, I'm going to translate how I feel into my art, regardless what anybody thinks of it.
what is the
And when you
music
do
video?
that on,
What's the music video?
it's for the song.
With the game?
Yeah. The game who
Oh,
also allegedly smashed Kim
that's-
Kardashian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With the
according to
game,
him.
that's a little daunting. If I was Pete Davidson, it's like, yo, you put the game on a track where you cut my head off.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Yeah. I hope he like doesn't actually feel away. It's not like Pete Davidson took your girl away. It was Drake.
Yeah, dude. Like, she
Why,
because you were.
why didn't you do this to Drake?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because, like, if I were to like get into Kanye's head, I think it's because, like, Pete Davidson's literally the exact opposite of Kanye, and he's like,
Sure. Does
you
that
know,
does that rile someone up more than Drake?
well, Drake is like, yo, Drake is kind of, in terms of like, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word when someone's like famous, but I guess that's to say in terms of notoriety, they're like on the same level. Pete Davidson's like so much below Kanye West
Sure.
in terms of like fame, money, art, influence. So you have someone like Kim Kardashian who's also a billionaire, just like dating this random guy who doesn't do much. He's probably like, oh, like I'm so much more. Why are you going so much lower? You know? So I could see how that kind of.
The video's a claymation. It's a pretty cool video.
Yeah.
It's
kids will think of it growing up. Daddy was.
I just
crazy.
hope he doesn't like. I kind of feel like it's not. This is a fun video. I I don't know. I just hope he's not like actually like this way feeling about freaking Pete Davidson. It's weird
Yeah,
that
no, it's bad.
he's
I think
holding
he has
someone's
a,
head, dude. You would bet that this is rooted in real emotion. Maybe not
Yeah.
like, maybe not even like murderous emotion, but like really like, oh man, I'm really irked about this guy.
I think he has obsessive personality disorder.
Sure. I don't know about disorder, but sure, obsessive.
Big Sean said that for a while, Kanye was just obsessed with Drake.
Yeah.
Like, just like obsessed with him. Like, when is he going to drop the album? Like, where is Drake? Like, I got to make a better album, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I guess it depends who his attention is on at the time.
Yeah.
You know, Drake doesn't give a fuck about Kanye.
Probably a little addictive, Kanye, but he put the addiction into music, eh?
Interesting how you can have everything and still be unhappy.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what everything is.
Access to everything.
Depends on what access to. Family.
Yeah, like access to
Yeah.
everything besides your family.
Yeah. It depends on
You
what
could,
you're
you could
labeling
close
and
down
everything.
Disneyland for a day, or something, and take his kids there, but he'll never like have his wife back.
Yeah, that's
Oh well.
I mean, at the end of the video, it says everybody live happily ever after at the end except for Skeet, and then after it says LOL JK, he's fine.
Skeet is literally just pounding Kim every night, and Kanye just has to deal with it. You know, when you give attention to your ex-girl's new guy, that just makes him pound her harder.
That's what I was saying with Will Smith. We talked about it a long time ago. I was like, Will Smith just isn't giving it attention that makes him like, at least in the public view, like above it.
I don't know, because Will Smith was literally on her show crying.
Besides that,
Like, that seems worse.
after that, at least he got a payday from it.
I need to read his book and see if there's like a chapter on that.
It's weird that he kind of agreed to that.
Agreed to what?
To doing public life stuff on camera. Because I think there was like a season they were like, oh, this is real raw Red Table Talk, and it might have stemmed from that, but like that was the only time they did it. And
How
now,
much money that show makes?
is it still on Facebook Watch?
Yeah.
The big old
it was on YouTube.
Meta Watch? Not one sliver of it on YouTube?
They have clips, but like sometimes I want to see a whole episode, yeah. I don't want to like go on Facebook.
You can see the Batman while you're down there?
No, I have not.
I heard it's raving reviews.
Yeah, I heard it's good. I heard it's long though. I'm not into like long ass movies.
What is the Batman?
Like a 3-hour movie. Like I'm gonna be checking
Is
my
it
watch
3
on
hours,
there.
dude?
That's like
Unless it's
what's that
riveting.
movie? Avatar was so long.
The Batman 8.785. It looked like it's an 8 out of 10. Runtime, budget 185 to 200 million.
Is it higher budget than or higher reviews than The Dark Knight?
Higher reviews than Dark Knight. Dark Knight had Rotten Tomatoes of a 94 and IMDb of a 9. So we're looking like a critical 9 versus 8 here, perhaps.
Damn, I guess I can't watch the new Batman.
Zoe Kravitz, dude. I was kind of wondering who the chick was. She looked kind of familiar, and I knew she wasn't the older lady that used to play Catwoman, but she kind of looked like her.
Halle
Zoe-
Berry.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz kind of looks like a few people, but like I was like, that's no one I know off top. But Zoe Kravitz,
It's you should look at her mom. They look literally the same.
really?
Yeah.
What's good old Lenny Kravitz up to?
Just being the coolest guy in the world.
Whoa, that's kind of weird. Like
Lenny Kravitz.
that's a
is
young
just, like,
looking mom, dude.
he's just way too cool for school.
54 years old, Lisa Bonet.
Oh my! Wait a second. Oh, Lisa Bonet's the mom.
Hold on, Lisa Bonet. That's the person that punched me. Oh, she was married. Oh, she's now married to Jason Momoa.
I think they got divorced.
A long time ago. Oh, Jason Momoa or Lenny Kravitz? Because
Jason
they did
Momoa.
get Lenny Kravitz did get a divorce from Lisa Bonet. Just marry Jason Momoa, dude. Where's Jason Momoa from?
Probably like wherever The Rock is from.
He's Hawaiian.
I heard Jason Momoa is a dick.
You think so?
I don't know. I haven't met him personally, but that's what I heard.
Anytime he comes to the crib, he's kind of been okay. He does not take his shoes off though, and I'm not a big fan of that.
I can't. I fucking hate it when people come to my place. I ask them to take their shoes off, and they try to argue with me about why they should keep their shoes on.
The bad juju, you got to keep the bad juju out.
I'm just like, dude, like, then go home.
I have socks for you if you want.
I'm just like, oh, you have a cat. Your floor has hair on it. Like, okay, but I don't want homeless piss and shit on my floor from your shoes.
Whole lot of just primordial energy of other people outside on those shoes.
Yeah,
tops.
like I live downtown LA. The floor's disgusting outside.
Jason Momoa has a picture where he looks like he's in a 2004 ska band. It's pretty funny.
Jason Momoa. Would you rather have Jason Momoa sit on your hand, or step on your hand with baseball cleats,
Oh, baseball.
or would you rather insult The Rock's wife in front of him and just deal with what happens next?
Now, who is The Rock's wife?
It doesn't matter.
Danny Garcia and Lauren Haitian. Lauren Haitian looks kind of skinny, dude.
Yeah, he likes those small girls. You know, I'll be honest with you. Last week when we had the podcast, I was
Ricker
like, damn, is this the last one before nuclear war?
Dude, I was walking on a coastline, right?
When
Water.
you saw nuclear activity?
No, and I was walking, and it was the first time that there's only been a few times where I thought like kind of like a little bit of like anxiety mind. When I like woke up one day in the bay and was like I had like a panic attack and I had to like breathe. It's like the first time that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Wasn't there like a military base where you live?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
So like I don't know if like that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I've thought about it a couple times. I'm not sure. I don't know how pivotal this base is to the American military, but
I mean, it's on the coast where
yeah,
where nuclear activity would probably happen if there was an intercontinental ballistic missile. However, there's like a bunch of submarines under the water that are ready for anything like that in case it were to happen. So
I was walking this coastline and I was like, well, if a nuke hit this particular place, I'd be okay because I'd be dead probably. Then like how far in does it go? I don't know. That was the only time. I tend to not the whole doom gloom thing, even though this is seemingly interesting because it's Europe. If it's the Middle East, that's something different. But Europe's the first time I've been up on Europe,
Have you seen
That's a
this like
joke.
news things where people are like, this isn't the Middle East. These aren't barbarians. This is Europe.
I saw a headline.
Blood-eyed children. Like,
This
as if
God's
Europe
children.
hasn't experienced war before. Like,
I saw a headline on that. It was like an opinion piece, and it was basically the gist of like, so it's like chilling if Middle East does this forever, but like not for Europe.
yeah, it's like,
Which is
dog.
a very interesting take. I think that might stem from like, well, it's kind of like in the Middle East, it was a bit like America, doing things and terrorism and whatnot, and had a root there for a long time. And then in Europe, it's like a different sector of the world powers doing it. And then it's like, oh, okay, hold on.
What are the chances of Vladimir Putin just being like, fuck it, I'm going to destroy the world, launch everything? But then his head military guy's like, whoa, bro. Like, let's think about this for a second.
War hurts all, and it's very expensive.
I feel like Putin doesn't really have anything to lose. I've been reading
Hitler
this-
books.
this I guess it's an independent news source from Russia, according to them. And this lady was saying that like sanctions are cool, but they won't really do much because Putin and the oligarchs don't give a shit if their people are suffering.
But they might suffer. Shout out
They might
people now.
suffer. I mean, they're probably suffering a little.
Shout
bit,
out
but they're not,
people
like,
now knowing the term oligarch.
yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I just know it's like Putin's boys.
Yeah, for
Putin's
real.
boys.
Like people heard that. That that's literally the line they connect together. Like Putin and his oligarchs, and then their brains of not knowing like global like power shifts are like. It just means he's like posse. His posse.
There's
Russian
a clip of I guess it was an Australian game show, and there was a Russian guy on there,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying, you know what? I don't really like this like anti-Russian sentiment. I feel like Putin's like right. I feel like you guys should like really see my side. He got kicked off the show.
See his side of like what NATO storyline.
See. I guess he was trying to say, you know, you guys need to like see my side. It's okay that thousands of innocent people are dying because of one person. You guys just like see my perspective. This needs to happen. And the guy was like, "What the hell, bro? Get off the show!" Like, I don't even want to look at you right now.
Not like you know, there's some Russians that don't want to like kill a bunch of people. But he's like, yeah, no, I'm down.
Yeah,
That's kind of
so,
interesting. I mean, was it legit like that, or is it like, oh, you know, it's like a complicated geopolitical structure and war is bad, but you know, there's sides to everything? Or it was like, oh, you know, Ukraine sucks, dude.
it was kind of like Ukraine sucks. I'll send it to you.
Sure.
I was thinking, do you think that this will spawn a new wave of Russian terrorism in America?
Do you mean bias against Russian people, or like Russians doing?
Do you think
arms?
like Russians will be like, oh, Americans are ruining my country. I'm going to go inflict pain on American soil by like having a shootout or something in the mall? Just be from Mother Russia.
I'm not sure. But in Call of Duty, there was a scene called No Russian where a bunch of Russians shot up a Russian airport. So
It's hard to tell, you know, because I really want to discriminate, but Russians are just white people, so I can't tell. So should I just discriminate against all white people?
you know, maybe veer towards like balds,
Tattoos.
just
I don't know.
you're gonna look for an old bald dude in a tracksuit. Now this could go either way. This could be an Italian, and you're gonna want to see when you discriminate. You really want to like.
Isn't our boy Peter from Russia?
He's Norway. Peter from Norway.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking, like, is he just
Get a Russian correspondent on the pod.
is he in the field, just like, hey guys, I just killed an innocent family. I'm great to be on the pod right now.
And how did it feel, Peter? And what spurred you to this moment, Pete?
Norway.
Now, when you murdered this family, this is the Ricker and Bond edition of Soft White Underbelly, but it's hard black butt.
That's my butt. I'm reading that a lot of kids, because a lot of the soldiers are just kids. They're like, they don't even know what they're doing there.
I did see a clip where it's kind of weird.
Yeah, apparently Ukrainians are capturing Russians, and they're only letting them go if their mothers come get them.
Dude, a lot of this, that was kind of the clip I was watching too, where it's like very like familial based, or like I think a lot of the Ukrainian cats, it's like just like dudes from Ukraine that have like families and have to like ship off their families, and they're like stay back and like grab some guns and then like chill and like wait for people with other guns. But I don't know.
If you're in war, you personally, do you have trouble killing people?
I'm in a war. I'm on a boots on the ground war.
Yeah. Let's say you have a clean shot at someone's head and they won't even know that they died. Would you let them go, or would you be like, "This? I'm just gonna take"?
Now, do I have a sniper, dude?
You have a sniper. You don't even.
Okay.
You just have a chance to kill someone.
Chance. And so is this my home? Is this a foreign land? Is this the UK?
I don't know. Let's say.
Am I in Burnley?
I don't know who would invade the United States, but let's say
Canadians.
Russia invaded the United States somehow.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible, but let's say they did, and Russians were like walking around, and you just like saw a guy, or like for the U.S.
I don't know, man.
I would,
That's an interesting thing.
because I'm like, dude, like, what if I let this guy go, and then I get captured and he kills me, because it's like war.
Sure, war. Yeah.
It's like, because you gotta protect yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather not think about what happens on a continental war scenario.
I wonder how long this is gonna go. What if it goes on for like 20 years?
Possible.
You ever just
Anything's
forget
possible.
about the pandemic? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's funny, huh?
Especially in Texas. I mean, like, you won't see a mask anywhere.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like a mask indoor. I used to wear a mask on a train.
Man, fuck masks, bro.
Sure.
Unless you're like cooking food, then I could see that being a thing. But
Packed into
what's
an
the point
airplane.
of wearing a mask to walk to your table at a restaurant and sitting down and immediately taking it off?
Yeah, that seems counterintuitive a little bit.
That sounds like theater to me.
While walking through a grocery store.
Apparently the CDC says
CDC?
they
Rolling back
loosen
grass
their
stuff.
mask guidance for indoors. I guess you don't have to wear them indoors anymore. So I've been testing it out in California, right? Just to see like what I can get away with.
Mhm.
Going to Starbucks, no one says anything. I was at the airport. They were like on it. They're like, you got to put your mask on, sir. And like, I don't argue. I just do it and then take it off immediately when I walk away. But
Airport's kind of a lot of people
yeah.
from all places on earth.
Yeah. But nobody cared about it prior to 2020. Unless you were like an Asian lady.
Yeah, I mean,
Or you or Jago.
in a train, yeah. But I mean, it's also a virus after.
Man.
Apple,
exists.
Google, Netflix, Visa, companies cutting business out of Russia a wee bit or in part. Alphabet, Google and YouTube, Disney, Exxon, which is very interesting. Facebook, apparently. Snapchat, Reddit, Twitter.
Oh, no, not Snapchat.
Some of the biggest corporations that are sanctioning Russia.
But apparently the U.S. is still having a relationship with Russia to broker a deal with Iran.
I mean, in war, you got to talk.
No. This is different. This is totally separate from the war.
Yeah. in war and global things, you still got to be talking with people, even if it's adversarial.
But it makes me think, like, how serious are they about like cutting ties with Russia if they're still having ties with Russia? Why not just go 100%?
Energy supply to Europe. Russia has strategic stronghold on that, so you can't you could, but if you do that,
Germany cut off ties to Russia 100%, even energy.
interesting.
So like, I feel like if the U.S. is serious, I feel like then we should like bite the bullet a little bit and deal with these high gas prices, to see like if it works,
Interesting take.
but we're still kind of like still using them,
Yeah.
because I guess the goal is to like have a minimal impact on the American economy as like we can, but
Yeah.
like
A lot of
if gas
exports
goes up
around.
like to $8 a gallon for a couple months, but the result is no war, then I think that's worth it, in my opinion.
I also don't know if that would stop Russia from doing things. If
I
you
don't think anything will stop Russia from doing things, but
take out.
you gotta
what's
like
the point
make
of
them. You
shake?
gotta make them know that
That's
yo,
a
dude,
scare tactic.
maybe don't do this anymore. Maybe don't kill people for no reason.
Yeah, geopolitics are a complicated chessboard.
Yeah,
But I think I could fix it because I'm on a podcast.
if I was over there, it would be over in 5 minutes. I'll take care of it.
You guys are doing it all wrong, dude. Please.
Just
As
play rock paper scissors.
There were some rumors of Apple lenses going around. Little contact Apple rumor.
Really? I gotta get those
yeah.
glasses out first.
Apple rumors said a thing about lenses. Let me see if I can find it. iPhone 15. I think it's like the 8th or something. Apple rather, has a talk about something. And I think it's about health. Like I've said before, Apple and health getting real in bed with it. And they might be doing something with it was a heartbeat. They also had a song that they released alongside with this commercial. But there's a new Apple release coming out on I think this week. Apple is developing a virtual reality contact lens.
Hey, metaverse, baby.
The VR-infused eyewear would let people live in the metaverse, according to a report from Apple leak site MacRumors, just equals the internet. High-tech contact lenses would integrate virtual reality into someone's daily life. Are you sure it's not augmented? Let me see this actual MacRumors report. You go on the MacRumors forum a bunch?
Yeah.
Do you actually? This is from Ming-Chi Kuo. Said an unusually ambitious prediction for an Apple product set to be released in the 2030s, augmented, like I would assume. New York Post went really hard with the virtual reality. MacRumors said augmented makes a lot more sense. They can do virtual reality. I mean, come on. Research notes seen by MacRumors Quo explained that Apple will release augmented reality contact lenses at some point in the 2030s. The lenses are said to bring electronics from the era of visible computing to invisible computing. Shout out tiny machine learning. Apple contact lenses could provide a lightweight augmented reality experience without the need to wear glasses or a headset. In simple terms, augmented reality overlays digital information over a real-world view. For example, a person walking in an outdoor shopping plaza could easily view each store's hours of operation. So it's Google, but you get to see it. Pretty dope. Should have been happening for a little bit. You're muted if you're trying to talk there, Bonjen. What'd you say?
I was like, nanotechnology, very impressive, Peter Parker.
Good joke. You should meme that up right now. Get ready.
Oh my God, my head. Oh.
Are you
drinking or did I smash my head on the cement?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think about the whiplash. Are you still
whiplash? What about a concussion?
Well, like by whiplash, I mean hitting your head on concrete.
Damn, I really wish I had a video of that.
Well, in your brain, conscious brain, I would just implant the image of you not hitting the concrete, so it would feel better.
I feel like, because you know how you do things unconsciously. Like,
sure.
I feel like even though I was drunk, I feel like I would protect my head if I fell back, because that's like something I would do.
Perhaps.
But crazy.
What are you supposed to do after you get it? You're supposed to not do something after you get a concussion. I think like sleep.
I think that's just a rumor or an old wives'
tale. That's how one of those comedians died. He had some head trauma and then went to sleep and bled out.
Yeah.
Might have been Saget.
Apparently his was bad though. You know, like his brain was bleeding.
Come on,
but
Saget.
What do you hit your head on this thing?
Oh, like he's just in his room.
Yeah, like because they
He
checked
fall-
the cameras. He didn't
fall or
like,
something?
fall or anything.
Really?
Yeah, he just went to his room.
Maybe you gotta have some kind of action to the head area, or maybe was it trauma or is it just a bleed?
They said it was like he was hit hard on his head.
It was me, Saget.
So like
Family matters for life.
maybe he slipped in the shower.
Yeah. Poor Bob Saget, dude. Cool guy.
Bob was a guy, bro.
He was such a.
Not one person said anything bad about Bob Saget.
It was weird. I thought like he had like the kind of like dark raunchy comedy a little bit, and like I think for like a moment when I like saw clips of that, I was like, I thought maybe he was like a druggish person, but I don't think he was. Maybe he was. Maybe he did coke or something.
What if he was like, there is a story, I might have said this before, but there was, I think he was like a newscaster. And anyway, he died, but because he was cheating on his wife with a man. And like they were doing a thing where they were sticking crack up their ass. I guess that makes you high.
So
And he overdosed from that. So imagine you have a whole ass family or you're a wife, and then the police call you and tell you, hey, your husband's dead. He overdosed on crack while he was having sex with a man in a motel.
yeah. It's quite the note.
Would you like, how do you process that? Are you sad because your husband's dead, or are you angry because he was cheating on you?
There's definitely some disgust in there. There's definitely some anger in there. There's definitely some worry because you no longer have a parental figure for a family. Definitely.
Also, you could have AIDS because he was sleeping with a man and then he was coming home sleeping with you.
The crack motel, you might have some AIDS. I don't know. How's AIDS doing these days, stats wise?
I think it's under control.
Everybody good with the AIDS? like a waitress checking on you at your table.
Damn, I hope I don't have AIDS.
Why do you have AIDS?
I don't
Punch
know.
in the
I
face.
remember one time I thought I got AIDS. Just smashed this
Over
girl
the
and I got
counter
sick.
hearing aids. Oh, they're talking about hearing aids. Come on. State worker first to be sentenced in massive California Office of AIDS fraud scheme. We're doing fraud because there's no AIDS. Former state employee sentenced to over 5 years in prison for $2 million scheme to defraud the Office of AIDS. To defraud. Is defraud the action word of the word fraud? What are they doing over here? The former state worker at the center of a $2.7 million fraud scheme inside California's Office of AIDS was sentenced to Thursday to 5 years, 10 months in federal prison. Chanel M. Flores, once a manager at the office inside California's Department of Public Health. You ever been there?
No, I can't say that I frequent that place.
I think it's a Miss. Miss Flores used money from the fraud scheme to spend $200,000 on expenses at Disneyland, as well as expenses for hotels, suites at San Francisco Giants games, cruises, Sacramento Kings tickets, other sporting events, and a yacht rental for her daughter's birthday.
Right. Who are we talking about? Is this the lady that ran Black Lives Matter?
No, Chanel M. Flores is the former state worker at the center of a $2.7 million fraud scheme inside California's Office of AIDS. She spent $200,000 on expenses at Disneyland, and then that whole list again.
Wait, how do you spend $200,000 at Disneyland?
When you're at the center of a $2.7 million fraud scheme. Oh, like, sure. Well, no, I think we're talking about in total here. In total, the list of things she's spending.
Damn. It's so easy to
Disneyland.
spend money.
Suites at San Francisco, Sacramento Kings tickets. That's at least a couple hundred. In a sentencing memo filed in court, Flores' attorney blamed her actions on a difficult childhood and a spiraling drug and gambling problem, which significantly impacted her work and led to her poor decision making that spiraled into criminal conduct in this case. Definitely would seem that gambling and $200,000, but where does the $2.7 million AIDS come from?
Damn, I think the same thing happened with Black Lives Matter, but it was significantly more. They can't find like $60 million or something.
Lol.
Should have just used crypto.
As investigators began to realize there were financial irregularities inside the California Office of AIDS. In 2018, they confronted Chanel Flores, now in prison that year, and she's no longer charged with the office's HIV prevention branch's fiscal operations. You think she's like, all right, I'm working in the AIDS branch, and then she goes on the streets where there's homeless people with AIDS, and then she got hooked on drugs?
Do you think that
Plausible?
people were denied life-saving care because she was blowing money at Disneyland?
Maybe 2.7 mil could probably put at least a dent in a city, at least over there with the AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
She called in sick the next day, and every day after that until her resignation on November 2018, citing medical and personal reasons. I bet she got hooked on drugs while she was like helping people with AIDS.
Oh, that's good.
I am left now unable. Where's the 2.7 milli, dude? There's a paywall, Sacramento Bee. Gosh dang it, dude. Where do you think that comes from? Where does 2.7 million come from in the AIDS office?
Probably for the expensive pills I got to take.
Shkreli's of it all.
Yeah.
And she just skimmed it off. That's quite the accounting of it.
Is AIDS curable now? Or they just
Probably.
make it like super untransmittable or something? Are we there yet? And how come we found a cure for COVID in a couple months, but it took us 20 years to find a cure for AIDS? 30 years.
Because labs and whatnot. According to the first link on Google, there is no cure for HIV yet. But treatment keeps the virus under control. It means people can live a long and healthy life. Just take your AIDS pills.
Are you considered healthy even though you have AIDS?
I don't know. Was it
At what point
autoimmune?
are you healthy? 'Cause
Autoimmune?
everybody has something.
I'm super healthy, dude. Never been
I feel-
healthier.
I feel great. Besides the concussion, other than that, I feel great.
Yeah. Also, a 20-year-old male in America with food. That's AIDS. That's Apple. Microsoft.
Oh, I want to take this time, everybody, go check out my new podcast for my crypto shit. It's called Blockchain Boss. Check it out. It's 4 listens. It's great. I'm really just trying to just like make as many pillars as possible where I can push these affiliate links.
Sure.
Yeah. So if you guys want $5 in free Bitcoin, go to blockchainboss.io/free Bitcoin. And yeah, thank you.
Script out an episode and then make it a video. Or just do the podcast as a video.
I just like sit on my couch and I just ramble for like half an hour and I film the whole thing. And it's also a video.
Yep.
And I just put it on Anchor.
Got any more news? Headlines? Things you've been thinking about in Texas?
I'm like, where are the mountains?
No mountains.
Why does it look so much like Tucson?
Sure. You're in the heart of San Antonio?
Yeah, there's fucking big ass houses out here. And like, there's these houses that are probably like 200 grand. And I'm thinking like, okay, like, would I want to live out here? First of all, I'd be bored. Second of all, I feel like I could get over boredom because I fucking lived in Tucson. But second of all, I'd be like far from my family, which is lame. Third,
Did you say you
there's
had
no-
family there?
yeah, but not like immediate family.
Did you say you were sisters? Your sisters don't
Yeah.
live there?
They don't live there.
Oh, okay.
I don't live here. There's no weed anywhere.
Sure.
That could probably change in a couple years, but like
Oh, that's number 3.
that's number 3, bro. That's like that's like 50% of my personality.
Jesus Christ.
That's like maybe 70% of my personality, maybe 90%, maybe 100, maybe 150.
No water.
That's what
I mean, I feel like a year living there, you might get over it. but then you might not. And then you're like,
I'd rather
okay.
live in like Houston or Dallas. It's where it's like less
That's
desert.
different, huh? That's different.
Yeah.
San Antonio.
This is like South Texas. Like Mexico's not very far.
Houston's got like Houston-y stuff. I feel like it's popping over there in Houston.
Houston is popping right now.
They got the Rockets.
Houston's trying to become the new Hollywood. I feel like they're doing a lot of filming and shit over there. Every podcast is moving to Houston.
Austin, not Houston.
I haven't seen any. No, that's not true. I have seen homeless people.
Seen what?
Homeless.
It is hotter there significantly.
It's hot, but it rains. Apparently, I think there's a city near here where it rains 30% more than Seattle.
I like the sun. There's been a lot more rain here in the past statistically, which is kind of weird. And yeah, I enjoy sunlight. Big fan of it.
Sunlight's cool. When I went to Seattle, the sun went down at 3:00. Was not chill.
Would not be okay with that. Sun literally gives your body energy.
But it would come up at like 4 a.m.
That's not bad. I do like, one thing I do like is sun up early. I would rather, I'd rather not have sun up at like 8 a.m.
The worst thing is like getting off work and it's already night time.
Didn't enjoy that.
Like when I used to work at that store, I would go in when the sun is coming up. No, that's not true. Go in when the sun's up and leave when the sun's down. And I'm just like, dude, this ain't it. Especially since there's no windows.
You got to keep all that equipment in. You don't want, you don't want that light hitting that equipment.
That was depression right there.
Yeah, sunlight kind of thwarts depression. A wee bit at least.
You know, there was a period of time apparently where there was this lady was saying this was the worst year in human history. Where there was a volcanic eruption and the sun was covered for, I think she said like 16 months. And on top of that, there was a pandemic where if you got the disease, you would get boils that would like grow on your body. And when they would burst, you would die. And
Sounds
this
like
guy
Black
was
Death.
like writing about his experience. And he was saying the sun is gone and it's never coming back. And apparently like half the population of the time just died in a year and a half.
Of like global?
Yeah. Well, like back then there wasn't like a huge population, but yeah. Because
A little concentrated amount.
No food, all the animals die.
What time is it in Texas?
12:07. I think we're 2 hours ahead.
Correct. Texas, dude.
Texas.
If you didn't live in California, where did you live?
That's a good question.
I've been thinking about that a little bit, man.
I feel like I haven't been to a lot of places. Like maybe like out of everywhere I've been, I kind of F with Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
But Oregon's kind of the same, like
As well.
as California in terms of like, I feel like everything's also expensive there. It's just like more wet and more green.
They ain't got no coast.
In Oregon, yeah, they do. It's like lame though. It's like just rocks.
I was looking at Spain a little bit. Little Spain coast, dude.
Definitely noticed that people are like friendlier here.
Southern.
Besides the guy that punched me.
It's not
but,
exactly Southern. It's like Midwest Southern.
They'll like say hello to you.
Yeah. You don't want to be saying hi to people on the street. Like, what are we doing?
In LA, they will literally like go out of their way to not talk to you. They'll literally turn their head.
I wonder if that's
an easy thing to do is just pull out your phone and look at it.
If it's just Southern or like people in Oregon do that.
Oregon people are nice.
Maybe it's just less population.
I feel like LA, everybody is just like,
it's a lot of people, man.
Everybody's just like depressed in LA.
It's a lot of people just doing stuff.
I
It's a big
saw
city.
fucking Twitter, dude. I hate Twitter's trending topics because like we'll be in the middle. We're not in the middle, but the world is in the middle of that war over there. And then they'll just have like a headline. The West Coast could be destroyed tomorrow from an earthquake.
I think I saw that too.
I'm just like, dude, why is this popping up now? Millions of people will die.
Well, I mean, you think about the worst case scenario to do things.
It's like, dog, like
Walking that coastline, I was like, well, if I
that's
was
really
hit,
the only thing
I was hit, dude.
I don't fuck with about California is those earthquakes.
I'm at a pretty flat terrain. I'm not exactly in the midst of a big city. I
I
am
live in a building. I live in the 6th floor.
You have rollers, dude. It's chilling. I am significantly thinking more about coastal water lines in general.
What, like tsunamis?
No, just freaking general rising of like coastlines. And kind of
That's the
tsunamis.
thing.
Tsunamis are like just a really big flood.
Yeah. If there is a tsunami, how far are you from the water? That fuck up your shit.
I've thought about this before. I think I'd be okay.
Are
But
you
there's definitely
more or
like
less than 6 miles from the water?
I think less.
Because I think that's how far they went. The tsunamis went in Japan, 6 miles inland.
I think I'm not sure. Less, yeah.
Okay. Damn, hope you have insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But
the thing.
you know, you can they'll tell you when a tsunami's coming, so you can like get the fuck out of there.
That'll be a fun traffic bump.
No, you don't even get in the car. Just walk. Just run. Get on a scooter. I think about that when I go to the beach. I'm like, dude, if there's a tsunami right now, like, there's no way I'm hopping in the car. I gotta like, get on one of these
Slow,
bird
too.
scooters.
Tsunami is just like a slow wave. It's not like a big old crash and wave. That's a tidal wave.
Yeah, it's not like this, but it's first of all, it's not slow. They're fast. They go like 200 miles an hour on the ground and just like destroy everything in their path. Can't outrun them. Probably can't outdrive them. But you do have like, I think if they say like 30 minutes, because the tide goes out and then it shoots back in. There's videos of people in Japan. They're just like giving up. They're just like, fuck it. I'm just going to like accept
Swim it
death
out,
and
baby.
embrace it. And then it's just like a wall that just like hits you like a bus.
In and out. And you just watch it in and out, in and out.
Or just go onto a building to the very top, I guess, and just chill there.
Would probably try to find some higher ground, as they say in the
On top of a Costco.
all the dire any scenarios you want higher ground, except for lightning and maybe bombs.
Bombs, dude. Jesus.
I was
Why do we
listening
have
to
bombs?
a book called Market Wizards. It's written in like 89, and this guy was talking about possible scenarios for devaluation of dollar, and it was pretty much this scenario. It's pretty funny. Like a recession happens that makes inflation that would go into deflation eventually, and then
Are you investing in the Russian ruble?
I'm not. Don't have a lot of faith or insight on the Russian economy. But that stock is down, baby.
I saw a video of, I guess he was a Russian market expert, and he was on TV.
Yeah, that's me.
And this lady asked him, so what do you think about the current market? And the guy literally pulls out alcohol, takes a shot on TV.
On like U.S. cable.
No, I think it was a Russian show.
Ah,
Apparently, you can get 15 years in jail for referring to the war in Ukraine as a war in Russia.
what do they call it? A skirmish?
And like the military exercise.
Oh yeah. I think isn't military exercises not supposed to be like actual military action?
I
Isn't
don't
like a
know.
military exercise, like flying over someone and be like, "Ooh."
If you were from Ukraine, would you feel compelled to go over there and fight?
I was thinking about it. My family actually has like people that they've known in the past that live there, and
Yeah.
I think they had kids there, and I think they're staying and I don't know, picking up arms for the state. I don't know, dude. It's quite the thought process.
About
Like
for
I said,
America? Would you
still-
ever be
still
like,
quite
yo, I
the-
gotta fight for America?
If anything, I don't know, man.
What if Mexico started invading?
Like I think it would just be more self-preservation. Because at some point, like, what does I'm talking about soldiers now? What does one soldier on the ground do to the plight of a war?
I've just been reading people say that, like, or Ukrainian men saying, like, even though they're just one person, if they don't do anything, it'll just like sit with them forever.
Sure.
That they just let their country get taken over and they didn't do shit. So one guy left his literal family, like his wife and children. His wife's not even Ukrainian, but he is. And he's like, yo, I got a dip. And she's like, you have a family. And he's like, I know you wouldn't understand, but like this country literally gave me everything I have.
Yeah. Don't know how emotionally attached I am to the thought of dying for a country.
What if it's less about the country, more about you're fighting for
Being alive.
like liberty? Like you're fighting for the right for other people to live freely. What if it's like that deep? What if the invader's like, I want to take over this country and take everybody's rights and become a dictator? And you're like, whoa.
Might help me
Human rights
spur
are
a little
important.
bit. Might help me a little bit, but still self-preservation, you know?
Oh, so you'd run away like a pussy.
Hey, if I'm alive, I have money and a family, sure, maybe. But then it's like, does America collapse and then everything in the world domino effect?
Oh, I don't know.
Or can I just chill in Spain? Because if I can, it's a pretty compelling argument there.
I feel like right now is not a good time to leave America.
Why not? Go to Spain, go to the UK, go somewhere else.
Because what if you go there? Well, like, what if you go there and then World War III breaks out and you're just like, shit, dude, now I'm,
I
I'm
picked
in
the
the
wrong-
middle of the action.
Well, that's what the risk is, you know. You're betting on probably some good continental security on America.
Europe loves them some more. Well, they don't love it, but
Spain's on the coast. You go to Africa too. You get on the coastal of Africa. New Zealand seems to be pretty away from most things. I might contemplate New Zealand.
you seen those stories about the black people in Ukraine are having trouble fleeing.
Yeah, I
White
did.
people are pushing them off the trains.
Didn't see
I
that
saw
one.
a tweet. A black person was like, all right, I'm done praying for Ukraine.
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty lame.
that is interesting. Also, didn't really picture Africans in Ukraine. Is it just like? Is it
Well,
African
they're
immigrants or
apparently,
just like
like-
black people that have been in Ukraine?
It's a bunch of students from Africa studying
Oh,
medicine.
really? That's where I would go to.
Yeah, so now they're just,
P lame.
lame,
Peter, can you send messages over there to your Europe guys? Come on, let's be nice.
Yeah, let them over.
There was also another dude that might have been Russian that was an R&B fan.
Well, you probably can't listen to it anymore because I don't think Apple Podcasts or Spotify is going over there.
Anchor.com, dude. We're not saying anything disparaging over there on the regime.
Hey, if we're having any Russian listeners, if you could talk to your boy Putin and be like, yo, dude, chill out a little bit.
What are we doing, guy? Like, let's
Yeah.
talk about the risk reward here, you know?
He just needs to listen. Putin just needs to listen to the pod, have a nice laugh.
Dude, did
just
you
be
see
like-
that picture where he's meeting with like Ukrainian people? And it's a big, giant table, like a lengthy table.
Mhm.
And he's sitting at the butt end of it, and there's like a conglomerate of cats on the other end.
Apparently he's super
hilarious
afraid of
visual,
COVID.
dude. Oh, really?
He's like a germaphobe.
Yeah. You know, to be a weird, neurotic guy, you gotta have some quirk about you.
When you're that high, too, like you probably don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody could literally.
I wonder when's the
assassinate.
last time people tried to do a good old switch on Putin. Not saying we should do this, Putin. Now that everyone's listening to the pod in Russia, come on now. I wonder when
I
the
read that
last.
some people, some of
last
his
little upper.
circle, have been contacting Ukraine, being like, "Hey, I'm sorry about this.
Oh, really, dude?
There's nothing we can do. This guy's off his.
He's ruining my back, my guy. Like,
He ruined my birthday."
like my yachts, dude, barely have any gas now. Like, I feel you. Just want to say, they got a
I don't
coast
even
over
know any
there.
Russian people. Do they have a coast over there? What is it with you and coasts, bro?
Love coast, dude. Big fan of coasts. I've duly realized this. Spain, coast of Africa.
What about the East Coast?
Oh, anything with it. I'd rather go to the midst of Ukraine than the East Coast of America. Come on now, don't get silly.
Really? I'd rather go to the East Coast than Ukraine.
Don't get silly, dude. You want to go to freaking the beach on North Carolina? Ugh.
You want to go to the beach in Oregon?
Drop me off in Kiev, dude.
I want to go to Hawaii where the water is warm.
What are you making, a Jimmy Buffett song?
I just need to escape.
Escape what? What are we escaping
I don't
here?
know what I'm running from.
You're sitting in a hotel bed in Austin, dude.
San Antonio, but yeah.
Same thing. It's Texas.
Yeah, apparently also there was a treaty between the Ukraine and Russia. And they said, Ukraine was like, we're going to give you all of our nukes if you promise not to invade us. And then they still did. So,
Kind of a bad bargaining chip there.
yeah,
You
what's
can't
the
really
point of
walk
treaties if
away.
they're just going to be broken. Like, that's supposed to.
Treaties mean not much
Well, historically, treaties like have been like,
until they're not.
yeah, if someone's breaking a treaty, then you really can't like trust anything they're saying. Cause like apparently there's like, while they're having talks about ceasefire, they're
Mhm.
continuing to just like pummel these cities. And also, I guess the Russians and Ukrainians agreed on like a corridor where civilians can like escape. And I'm thinking, why would you ever trust the Russians to say that? They're just going to gather all your civilians in one place and it's just going to be an easy target.
Perhaps.
So, what the fuck? Well, you're literally like talking to barbarians who don't like respect like an agreement. Interesting how there can be agreements in war, because war seems like the most primitive thing ever.
It's nothing but it, dude. Nothing but agreements.
Like, what's the like a ceasefire? Like,
Like back in when they were doing like World War I stuff, they had like a time where you don't shoot people.
yeah, like how does that make sense? That's the perfect time to shoot someone when they're asleep.
Well, because then maybe like if sides agree, then you have some. You just because war sucks, dude. I've never been in it, but from everything I read, if you have some kind of leeway both sides to alleviate some anxiety somehow, and sure, maybe the other side doesn't do something fun. One thing to see is during this time of some European turmoil, if Taiwan and China pops off a little bit. If there's
Oh, yeah,
any
that might be a thing.
headline about Taiwan and China right now, boy, that'll be just a real big sentence in the history book.
So if Taiwan invades China, do you think we'll stop?
Taiwan
giving-
invades the other way.
What?
But Taiwan
sorry,
starts it. They're like,
sorry.
yeah, no. Taiwan's like, nah, we sick of it.
If
Like,
China
now we out
invades
here.
Taiwan,
Now we out here, bro.
do you think there'd ever be a scenario where the U.S. would be like, okay, no more business with China?
I'm thinking more along the lines of, does America do a lot more military exercise action in Taiwan than they would want to do in Europe, because Taiwan has a whole lot of little riding on it, and China's a little above the clouds than Russia is. USA is sure trying to make semiconductors in America rather than other places, but I think America is a lot more inclined to fight for Taiwan than it is Ukraine in the general scheme of things.
Is Taiwan NATO?
No, it's China. Isn't NATO just European?
I don't think so.
Let's see who's in NATO. Didn't Trumpito do something with NATO?
I think he wanted to leave NATO
How's that working?
because he was like, it's unfair.
Of course it is. You're America.
And he was like, oh, we're doing all this stuff. We need to take care of us.
Yeah, that is cyclically what happens in powerhouse countries over the years. And then
My favorite thing. Oh, sorry, go for it.
you take over all this land, and you have military in other places that are not your country. It gets expensive, and then people want to go isolationist, and then that's when other powerhouses move in.
The easiest way for me to tell if you don't know anything about politics is for you to say that Trump was as bad as Putin. That's just such a surface level.
North Macedonia is a dope flag. NATO is indeed Europe, North America, and Asia. I obviously don't know the acronym for NATO. Spain in there, Romania, Portugal, Netherlands, Lithuania, Greece. Taiwan is not part of NATO. Albania has a freaking menacing flag, dude. This looks like it's in a Marvel comic. No, but Taiwan,
Yeah.
USA.
Whoa, this just looks like a dictatorship flag.
Right, dude. And then I look at it shows the globe and then a big red splotch where the country is, and it's just a tiny little it's a tiny little place.
The Fire Nation.
It has a 11,000 square miles. I don't know the relativeness of that. Well, let's see, relative to the America. America is
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
3 million square miles, 3.7. Yeah, so Albania has a very low square mileage and just a really scary flag.
What if Albania has like the most beautiful women in the world?
It's just a treat to be there every day.
It's like not even close. It's
Hold on,
dark
ready? Hold
skinned
on.
girls with blue eyes or something.
Let's wrap this up with the Albanian anthem. You ready to hear it?
Please.
Hymn to the
Oh,
flag.
you don't know it by heart, dude?
I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I got to remember the tune.
Everybody stand up and put your hand on your heart.
Traitor, dude. What are you doing? Let's really set the stage for Albania here as we get ready to hit the song here. Officially, the Republic of Albania. It's a southeastern Europe nation, right near the Ionian Sea. The capital is Tirana. Pretty cool. Recognized minority language is Greek, Romanian, and Macedonian. So pretty cool languages. 59% Islam, 17% Christianity, 9% no religion, and 15% undeclared. Pretty cool religions,
Not Christian enough for me.
Demonyms, don't know what that word means. Let me click it. Genetic, you just throw it up, dude. Genetic makeup is Albanian. Government is a unitary parliamentary republic. President Ilir Meta, everyone's a fan of the metaverse nowadays. Adi Rama is a prime minister. It was established in freaking 1190.
Yeah.
Or 1998, one of the two. GDP 2020 estimate 16 billion versus someone else's GDP. I don't know off top. I think China actually released numbers for its GDP, and it was very slow growth, which is quite interesting. But now, everybody, the moment you've been waiting for, the Albanian national anthem, the Hymni I Flamurit, or the hymn to the flag. Everybody, hands over your heart, please. Caps off and
the
take it.
real,
Take
the
me,
real anthem.
if you guys want to bet on an underdog, bro, the risk for reward is high for this. I would, ride or die for Albania. Albania, everybody. Around our flag we stand united with one wish and one goal.
All
A
anthems sound the same.
sacred oath we bestow upon it. And a big booty comes right after that. Pretty lame.
All anthems sound the same. They need to practice.
Let's get Pharrell on that composition next time, huh?
Pharrell wrote the Albanian national anthem.
Just like he wrote McDonald's. He was out there freelancing for national anthems across the globe.
Damn.
Shout out Albania and your scary, scary flag.
Shout out Albania and your delicious food.
Mediterranean.
Um,
I don't know. I kind of wanted to wrap it up with Albanian anthem.
yeah, let's wrap it up. My head hurts.
Try some ice on it, maybe. Free
Try
massages.
some.
Free massages in the hotel. What kind of hotel you at?
Oh, the Hyatt.
I can get a
It's
massage.
just okay.
I can get a massage. They got a pool?
No.
No pool?
No, can you believe that?
Hot tub?
I don't think so.
But spa.
I don't know. It's not the nicest hotel.
Wow.
Why
are you in Texas?
it's like a family reunion or something.
Dope. Did you go to it yet?
I went to half of it yesterday and the other half is today.
Food? Is it at a community center?
No, it was at a restaurant and
I heard that
just like I don't know,
someone's
chilling with
house,
my
dude.
cousins, but their heads are buried in their phones. So
Nerds, dude. How old are they?
17 and 14.
What do they know about the world? What are their insights? What's new? What's popping? What do they listen to? What kind of music?
I don't know anything about them because I'm on top. I just know they're really into basketball.
Basketball.
Like the older one is literally like his goal is to be in the NBA and he's really fucking tall and I guess he's like really good. Like he like takes it very serious.
Well, that doesn't help me at all.
Um,
What kind of music do you listen to?
that's a good question. I should ask him. Probably
Tells a lot
like,
about a person. That's one of my top questions to ask someone. That
like
and
rap.
well, but what?
I don't know. I'm thinking like I'm looking at him. I'm like, I wonder if I can still beat this kid up.
That's
He's
how
like
you
10
think
years younger than me.
you're getting
But he,
older,
like,
dude.
Yeah, he like works out. So he probably has like more energy and shit than me. And he's taller. But
What? How tall is he?
6'4".
Point guard in the league.
And it's all like what's the word?
Legs.
It's like artificial because his parents are short. And the kid's doctor was like, if you drink this milk from like 9 to 13 every day, you'll grow like 5 inches. And he drank like this protein milk or some shit. He's tall as fuck.
What?
Yeah, there's like a window in your childhood where you're supposed to get like certain nutrition or something that'll make you taller. And they like put it in a powder, like everything you need to grow.
That's like a special compound.
Yeah, it's like protein powder. It's healthy.
Just protein powder.
Yeah, he's not like taking like shots or anything. But it's like a protein powder you put in your milk and it makes you taller.
What if they said that to him and it was just super like mental persuasion over the body, and he literally persuaded his mind with placebo to grow his body?
I don't know if you can do that. It'd be cool if you could.
Definitely can.
Because then you could literally tell your body to get rid of any sickness it has by thinking about it.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. I wish.
With
that were
new
the case.
Apple contact lens health, you can do anything. I hope stock market drops more. Dude, I had a sick entry level on like Microsoft, there was a day where everything went to poop, and it was like $1 away from where I wanted to get in, and then like everything doubled in like a day. Sad.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the stock market right now. It's
It's not that bad.
it's
Actually,
too.
it's okay.
It's playing with my emotions.
Not if you like Apple, Microsoft, baby. Get some
Oh,
Square in there.
those fucking-
Square is really, I got bad on Square, but boy,
These Bitcoin options are killing me, dude.
would never go on a Bitcoin option. Personally. Futures now, maybe. But then I don't have to
Everything I
deal with
buy does the
calculus.
opposite.
Yeah, don't. Intuition does not lie inside of the stock. Lay inside of the stock market. Very non-intuitive.
Well, I didn't know there was going to be a war.
You should have planned.
Like, that's like someone saying, "Oh yeah, dude, there's definitely going to be a pandemic. Don't
Well,
buy. Wait till next month."
You say it enough, then you could become right. The person who predicts a recession every year is eventually right.
I don't like to give myself that much credit.
To,
Not that arrogant.
to predicting a global interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you do it every year, eventually you'll be right. And then if you're positioned well enough for that risk to reward and take that bleeding when you're wrong for like 9 years, but then get that like 11x, you could probably get more than 11x if you're eating dust for 9 years.
Money is fake, so it doesn't even matter.
Social construct, but can do a lot of things. Allocation of resources, basically. Mainly.
After World War III, we're going to be trading with fucking stones and seashells again, so it'll be fine.
And I will be trading them so hard, dude.
If you're
Can't wait.
alive.
Yeah.
What did Einstein say? He said, "I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones."
3 is a whole lot of information and technology.
Yeah.
A little bit of Facebook in there too, but mainly just, electricity and semiconductors. And like maybe
like,
AI bots.
do you remember that guy, that YouTuber who was popular, FPS Russia?
I do.
I think he killed his friend on accident.
Oh, really? He was,
Yeah.
it was like guns, not video games, right?
Yeah, he would just like shoot shit.
Kill his friend?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thought when you play with guns, something
Who
bad
would
could
have
happen?
thought the outrageous, the Mr. Beast of guns would, Mr. Beast, dude.
Mr. Beast. I went to Ukraine for a week to give out $1 million, and here's what happened.
That'd be a dude. Did you know what happened to Gus Johnson?
I don't not know who that is.
You don't know who Gus Johnson is?
Do you know that mythical morning, Rhett and Link owned Smosh?
Yeah. They bought
I
it
didn't
out.
know that until
They
yesterday.
bought it from
Defy Media.
Defy. They didn't like how Defy was running it because they didn't give them like comedic stuff. Oh, this is from like a couple of sides. Defy went bankrupt, and then I'm pretty sure Defy went bankrupt, and then Smosh bought them for like I think 10 mil.
I saw that much. I saw a documentary on Smosh, and they were saying that even though Defy like didn't let them do,
I
what
think
they
I was
wanted-
watching. I think I was watching that YouTube.
Yeah, they like.
But I was
their
the
views were
bankrupt.
higher than they've ever been.
Yeah. And they're saying, well, maybe the Defy did know that they were doing good, even though. That was kind of interesting because I was previous videos, I think, of accounting. I think from Ian's point of view, it was like, yeah, they were just bad, like money managing, and they didn't like talk about Defy going bankrupt at all, which is something. Smosh bought them. They're apparently on the same set in Burbank.
Burbank, really
Yep.
interesting.
Maybe not Burbank. Is there another B in LA? I think it's Burbank.
Burbank makes sense because that's where a lot of shit is filmed. That's a place where you would want to have a studio.
Yeah. Go to
That's where they
Burbank
film-
High School.
They film Smosh in Burbank, dude. Smosh
Yeah.
sucks.
Smosh has a few channels. Smosh's main channel is really annoying content.
It's like really bad.
But they have like gaming. They have like 4 channels that are all pretty solid content bringers, views wise, and then Mythical has their GMM, kitchen, and then like maybe some Red Link. Well, and their More channel, their second channel for like the same show.
Dude, Red Link can just buy Smosh for $10 million. How much do you think they
Gee, bro.
have personally?
Freaking G's, dude. I love it. It's crazy, man.
It's interesting because Red Link was never like historically more popular than Smosh, I feel like. Because Smosh was always like number one.
Red and Link were one on top for like a few years that were kind of in like this modern era.
Have they ever been
a
like
little
number
before
one
it.
most subscribed?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Really?
Or at least number one like YouTube Rec or something. When that was a thing, remember? Like top videos.
Yeah.
And no, they still have it now where they have like number one video. They're near there. They've
What's
really
the-
locked themselves into like a career where it's kind of hard to they Ray William Johnson themselves. Where
I hate that.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like literally a daily show. They have to go to work. They made a job for themselves.
yeah.
That to me, unless you like really enjoy it, unless
Even
it's,
like
you
you
do
have
it
a
for free.
you have a 5% in you. At least some days you're like, oh my god. I'm sure you have to not hate it. At least
Yeah.
like 60-70% of not hate. But yeah, it's a hard hole to get out of.
I feel like the only way I would be down with that is if I could like if the set was simple enough where I could film anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like I could just like
Like they have to go into Burbank.
they have to drive to Burbank, which is ass. And I know
I mean,
they don't
I'm
live
sure-
in
I'm sure they
Burbank because
I'm
if you're
sure they-
rich, you don't live in Burbank.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah,
know
they
Burbank
probably
outside.
they could fucking live in Malibu or something and just make the hour drive to Burbank.
10 million on Smosh.
But it might not be that they might do a thing. It's a daily show, right?
Well, I was thinking they'd probably do a couple episodes in a shoot in a day.
Yeah, they probably film in bulk and just like
Yeah.
let it
Well,
ride.
Because even during like pandemic stuff, I'm pretty sure they had stuff in batch on lock in the vault.
Good mythical morning, dude. They fucking killing it, bro. When they just make music videos.
Yeah. Oh man, do you know Brian Callen,
No.
the comedian? He was on Mad TV.
No, I don't.
Did you not watch Mad TV as a kid?
No.
Wow. Didn't watch Bobby Lee on Mad TV.
No, I didn't.
Brian Callen's a comedian. You know who Brendan Schaub is? Those guys? Okay. Little
Not very
podcast.
cultured.
Podcast comedian cats. And Brian Callen's like old and has been doing like comedy and acting for a while. And he was on this really random podcast. It was probably like with one of his friends that had like 300 subscribers. And he was talking about like getting super anxious about still being in the entertainment business because he has like kids and he's old and he's in the business of grabbing your attention for a ticket. And he's like, I don't want to act anymore because I want to be with my kids. And he was talking about that. It was like emotional about it. And it was like, well, deep. Try not to
Yeah.
be in that situation either.
Kids are only kids for a little bit.
About 18 years.
They'll always be my babies.
They will, but relatively they'll be a little older. In the relative true distance of age, they'll always be the same age away from you. But once you're 80 and they're 60.
I have a friend that doesn't want kids at all. Super against it. And I'm like, okay, who's going to take care of you when you're like 75? Like you'll literally have no one.
This Gus Johnson guy, very popular YouTuber, does like short skits. He's the white guy, looks like typical Midwestern. If you look up Gus here, are you seeing my text or no?
Yes.
Let's see if you know who he is. But he was a popular YouTuber, kind of is not anymore because he was in a scandal. He had a girlfriend that he featured on his channel a few times.
Mhm.
And the story is they agreed on getting an abortion. She got pregnant, and then she was trying to get an abortion, and apparently like the hospital was giving her a hard time and not making it easy to get an abortion.
Because it was
Then-
8 months in.
No, it's pretty early, I think. And then I think it's called an ectopic pregnancy, she said. I was watching their story. And it was basically like close to dying, this lady. And Gus Johnson was like getting annoyed that his girlfriend wanted to go to the hospital to check if like she was dying. And then people got mad at him.
And she died.
No, she's alive.
He was getting annoyed that she wanted to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just being a little pussy. Just walk it off.
That's what he was saying. But there was actually like a life or death pregnancy happening for like a long time. Then she
That
had to go to, like,
reminds me
what?
of my friend's girlfriend who got in a car accident. And
Yeah.
we were all hanging out. And she was saying her head hurts because of possible concussion. And he was like, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. You're good. They went to the hospital. She actually had a concussion.
It's like that, but almost dying.
Yeah, Jesus.
And so then I think she made a video about it. And then Gus Johnson made an apology video that like seemed like a parody that he would make on apology videos. And now he's just making YouTube clips. And so is she.
Rule number 1, never, ever, 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 if you have internet fame, broadcast your relationship. Because then that just becomes everyone's business.
Yeah, get real up close and Percy.
It's like the people that like they film their relationship so their audience feels like they're part of it, and they break up and the person's like, actually guys, it's none of your business.
Do you think it would be worse to be one of those channels where you're a couple channel basically, and then that bad stuff happens, or Rhett and link yourself into daily lock-in of content, relationship content lock-in, or just daily face content lock-in?
It's worse. Relationship was worse.
Yeah.
Because it's like a double whammy. Like first you break up with your person. That in itself sucks. And now you can't make content anymore. You know?
Then you get more pissed at your significant other because you're ruining the content.
Yeah, like my personal rule is to not do like long-term projects that are based on like a romantic relationship or even a friendship. Is like, that's even a little risky, you know?
Yeah. Get locked in, dude. You're who are the cats?
Like if you like, let's say you were like
Dobrik,
my
Dobrik.
girlfriend and we had like a girlfriend boyfriend podcast and we broke up, I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
do it with you, you know? But if you and I didn't like each other, I'd still do the podcast.
I am kind of a proponent if someone was making a podcast that was relationship based. If they break up, then you make a big breakup episode, or you just kind of pivot into like a we're broken up podcast. It's me on the outside. Me on the outside, and maybe it's a little disingenuous for the people inside of it.
If you do a breakup podcast, you got to do it like right when the breakup happens.
Oh
You
yeah,
wait, like, a month.
you want it fresh, dude. You want it fresh, and because then you can chronicle, a month out. But like day after, like, yo, we're gonna shoot again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got to
If
get
it-
this out.
If I'm producing a relationship podcast, there's definitely some contract in there that says if you break up, you're definitely you got to shoot right after. I was also thinking like doing a contract for abortion agreement from a relationship perspective, because the lady was like, that was kind of like the argument, and I was thinking like, man, if I'm with a chick and like I'm like, yo, abortion, and she's like, abortion. I'm like, yo, contract, just in case you do.
Ooh, I don't know.
You think
Because they're always going to be like, oh, well, I'm having second thoughts.
well, yeah, that's why you have a contract.
My circumstances have changed.
Oh, well, that's why you have a contract.
So what if they don't get the abortion? You're
I
gonna
don't
sue
know
them?
what happens.
And then the child's gonna.
You get a
grow
little
up
bit of-
and
you
they're
get a little bit of-
my father sued my mother because she wouldn't abort me.
I mean, I mean, hey, if it goes down to where the contract has to kick in, it's probably not a healthy relationship, anyways.
At the end of the day,
No
matter what, the woman
con-
always has the last word when it comes to abortion. So just protect yourself.
Unless I got a contract that says I'm good, bro.
I wonder how that would hold up.
You'd say, all right, both sides agree. I mean, it's a simple agreement, dude. Let me put my, who lawyer hat on.
Your Honor,
We
she
signed
said
an
she
agreement.
wasn't going to have the baby, and she did. We have a contract right here.
Contract
I'm suing.
says don't have to pay parent support if she does have the baby. Or if you really want to like get egregious with it, be like, yo, contract saying if there's a positive pregnancy, she has to abort legally, or she gets shipped off to Kiev.
to fight.
It's a patriotic thing, Your Honor. Your Honor, if you say I'm guilty, then you don't like America. Case closed.
I wonder if that would even work.
It's a contract. What do you mean?
I feel like, well, you think a judge would be like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, she signed. the
I don't think
judges.
that's a thing, though.
The judges. Yeah, it's a contract.
But a judge can be like, "Nah, I don't know about this one, my guy."
Legal, Your Honor. Got a lawyer and everything. So you're wrong. Legal.
I feel like the judge would be like, "Hey, man the fuck up and
Are
pay
you
for
a
this
are you a
child."
man of the law, Your Honor?
You could just appeal the decision, or you
Appeal
could
this-
sue the court, which is interesting.
Legal, dude. This is legal.
Treaties don't mean anything anymore.
Well, this is. I was gonna make a call back, but this is intercontinental. Not outer, inter country.
Mm.
The judge can be disappointed all you want, Your Honor. You can be disappointed, but you gotta uphold this law, baby.
That's interesting.
How's that any different than any other contract? Legal.
Because I feel like
in America.
there's some circumstances, especially when it comes to like relationships, where the judge just doesn't care. They're just like, "Oh,
That's
like,
when
I'm
I
gonna
get my
side with the woman."
get my sick lawyer to say, you can side with who you want on your own time, Your Honor. But if you're a judge and you're going to law it up over here, then you got to do this contract or else you're in contempt. You're in contempt. You big wigged fool. This is obviously in the UK where they have wigs on.
Is there like a
There's so many clauses, dude. So many clauses. Rape.
should
Not
drop
rape.
that up?
Not rape.
All right, let's wrap it up. My head is killing me.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Hopefully, no one has any bad bowel movement. I was gonna say something more severe, and I just, Thanks
I
for
went
listening.
to the bathroom last night. A toilet. There's blood everywhere in the toilet.
The toilet?
Not mine. Someone had a shitty poop.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I took a picture
absolutely
of it.
disgusting.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. I was like, dude, somebody's having a bad night.
Are you sharing a hotel room?
Huh?
Yeah,
No,
you're
no,
not.
no. I was at a bar,
Oh,
in the bathroom bar. There was shitty poop, bloody poop in the toilet.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
well,
somebody literally needs to go to the hospital.
Thanks for listening, everybody.